Hey, New Covenant. Glad to have y'all here for a SingTime. We are actually recording from our old SingTime room. You might recognize it. And I've got Trip and Frank here today, and you can see they're kind of extra relaxed, which is not a good singing position, but it's okay because we're not singing yet. We're going to hear just a little bit more about the background of the composer of the song that we're learning. If you might remember, Trip, do you remember the name of the song that we're singing?
Now thank we all our God.
Now thank we all our God. And Frank, do you remember 2 weeks ago I said who the composer was? Do you remember his name? It's okay if you don't. Martin Rinkert. He was born in Germany. And I told you his life was pretty amazing. So I want to tell you a little bit more about just how amazing of a life he led and how it's even more impressive that he wrote a song about thanking God. So y'all ready to hear the story, boys?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Rinkert was a Lutheran minister in the town of his birth during the 30 Years' War. Since Eilenburg was a walled city, it was an important haven for refugees seeking protection from the Swedish army. Consequently, the city became vastly overcrowded, suffering both famine and plague. Frank, do you know what plague is?
Mm-hmm.
Plague is kind of like a pandemic. A plague is a disease spreading very rapidly. So it's kind of like what we're going through now. The strain imposed on the city's pastors by so many needy people either led to the pastor's death or caused them to flee the city. Pastor Rinkert alone survived and stayed, and for a period of time, he performed as many as 50 funerals a day. What's a funeral, Trip?
A procession when someone dies.
Yeah, it's a service when someone dies, and he had to bury 50 people a day, in addition to caring for so many who were ill. In 1 year, he buried 4,500 people, many of whom were his own family and friends. And twice he took great risks in an attempt to mediate peace with the enemy. And he lived for less than a year after the war's end and died in 1649. 1649, so that's almost 400 years ago. But he wrote this song that talks about how we need to be thankful to God, even in the midst of having to do 50 funerals a day, even for his own family. So we have a plague right now. We have this pandemic that's going on, but we can still be thankful to God. So next week we're going to learn about who translated this, because this was first sung in German, but now it's sung in English. Y'all boys ready to sing?
Yep.
All right, stand up. We want to have good posture when we sing. Now, I think we did the first verse last week, so let's review the first verse, and then we're going to do the I go, you go on the second verse. So y'all ready to do the first verse all the way through? Now thank we all our God with heart and hand and voices, who wondrous things hath done, in whom his world rejoices. Second verse goes like this. Oh, may this bounteous God. Your turn. May this bounteous God. What does bounteous mean?
Bounty.
Bounty, bountiful. God is bountiful. Oh, so much. Lots. Bounteous means his blessings are abundant. So, oh, may this bounteous God. Abundant means very large, very full. Second part goes like this. Through all our life be near us. Your turn, Frank. Through all our life be near us. Keep going. With ever joyful hearts. Your turn. With ever joyful hearts. And blessed peace to cheer us. And blessed peace to cheer us. And keep, hold on, and keep us in his grace, and keep us in his grace, and guide all together. Ready? 1, 2. We're going to start on Oh, may this bounteous God. 1, 2, 3. Oh, may this bounteous God through all our life be near us with ever joyful hearts and blessed peace to cheer us and keep us in His grace and guide us when perplexed and free us from all ills in this world and the next. Good job, guys. So, do you have any questions about this song? What's the word perplexed mean? Frank, you know what perplexed means?
No.
So it says,
I know.
and guide us when perplexed. What does that mean, Trip?
Confused.
It means confused. God will guide us when we're confused. Do you feel confused right now, Frank? With the coronavirus, and do we wear a mask or not? And how do we go to the grocery store?
Why do we need to be on a mask?
Well, some of that's confusing. Some of the laws are confusing. There's depending on which building you go in, it's different. There's different rules, but God can guide us when we're perplexed. All right, we're going to come back next week with the 3rd verse, and we'll see you later, New Covenant.